Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to this last minute Roulette Rivals 9 shoutcast for the Rocky and Lewis game. We were a bit last minute just getting it set up, but we're only a minute in and nothing much has happened. They were just planning. We're on Chong, and for anyone wondering, the spin is Hush, Next Snap, Facility Security, Imogen Royce, Silence Shotgun, Facility Analyst. So pretty nice spin. We have a bit of audio from both players, which is good. Yeah, not too bad of a spin. Trying to think, both this guys is obviously a bit down by Hush's side, so not as ideal as you'd want it to be. Ideally though, you would get that security before coming up for Hush. You can get that in time, especially if you start by Riverside, I'm not sure what it's called, where the lady asks about the lady. I always forget the name of that start, but either way. Looks like Lewis has already headed up. Rocky's gonna try to get to this guy's on the way up. Apologies for the quality on Rocky's side. It seems like a stream issue. Hopefully evens out over time though. Lewis decided to get Hush isolated and gonna get the disguise now instead, which is perfectly fine. Play it safe. It's always a good option. Now, is Lewis gonna go for a drone or anything to get Imogen up? Or is he gonna get that analyst after getting Hush? Could save a lot of time, might give Rocky a bit of time to catch up. Rocky's stream is not happy today. Did have a rip regardless though, so did his internet, but looks like it's after evening out a bit. Lewis gets that facility security disguise as well. He's gonna head back up to Hush, get that kill. Should be a pretty safe one. Now, does Lewis have a silent shotgun? I don't see a smuggle on the map. Unless he's planning on getting one somewhere on the map. Meanwhile, Rocky started analyst. He's going to shoot the cam and he's going to head straight up. Probably going to get that security again. Meanwhile, Lewis made his way up to Hush. There's the next snap. Gonna head straight back down. Gonna wait a moment just so he doesn't get caught. Rocky did grab the disguise as well and he just has to head up there now. Not too sure if hopefully he'll have enough time. I feel like he was cutting it close last time, but should be okay. Oh, and Lewis didn't wait long enough. Although they were moving, caught a bit of a peekaboo. That's really unfortunate. I would have thought Lewis would get away with that, but seems not. So, big lead for Rocky now. And it seems like Rocky is buffering a lot, so I'm going to give him a refresh. And he speeds forward. Oh, might have got a peekaboo there, so I might have to do a shot to distract the guards. Which he does. Gets Mogwai, also has a scream from Hush, so has to shoot a shot into the ceiling. I think he's going to go for it. No, that's not going to work, Rocky, and that's going to be a rip. Meanwhile, Lewis did get back up. Didn't bring the security again this time. Nothing wrong with that, but just has to be a bit safe this time around because they got ripped just because of a bit of impatience. Very nice there from Lewis. Shouldn't see anything too different this time. Meanwhile, Rocky's starting analyst again. Both players pretty much have the idea in their head. They're just getting caught up on the tiny things right now. Lewis is also going for the drone shot. Trying to at least get to the third time. That is going to bring Imogen up, and because of that, he's going to get to security. Shouldn't have to worry about that security being out in the open, as Imogen will stop in the doorway. Rocky, however, did get the disguise again, heading up. Quick KO from Lewis. Would nearly be faster to drag that body over to the dumpster by the crowbar for Lewis, but putting him here is just as safe. It's like Imogen is going the left way, so not actually ideal for Lewis. He would prefer her to go to the right side so you could go over to get the analyst. Or even just hide behind the boxes, but this vending machine is doing the job. There's another restart from Rocky again. Definitely giving Lewis a big lead now. He is 3 minutes into the spin as well, so definitely Lewis is to lose right now. Only issue for Lewis, he has to remember to not knock out Imogen or that guard too early, because those two frisk guards can catch that KO through the glass, so let's hope he doesn't do that. Here we go. Don't go too early, Lewis. Oh, and that was pretty close to the main hall, but I think he's okay. Now, it seems like Lewis is going to go straight down and get that analyst, maybe. Is Lewis going for a silent shotgun? I never even considered the fact there might have been one over here. Or is he going for that armory? That must have one. You know, Rocky pretty much back where he was. Had a couple of rips with this shot so far, but he shot a drone early this time, which should be pretty good. No harm in having Imogen as soon as possible, as long as you can deal with isolating her when she's already at the door. Now, what is Lewis attempting here? Oh, he's going for this facility analyst. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult for Lewis to get that one. And yeah, that sound system or temperature system isn't going to work for Lewis either. It's going to bring out one of the other NPCs. Seems like Rocky was a bit too late for Hush this time, so it's going to be really tough to get this isolation pulled off. He'd honestly nearly be better restarting. And just as I say that, Lewis KOs that lady and she gets spotted. Unfortunate there for Lewis. Does have the right idea, but that facility analyst isn't going to do any favors. Of course, you do have that facility analyst that sits in the room by the analyst start. Definitely one of the best ones to go for, especially if you have the disguise for it. Now, Rocky's definitely just playing the waiting game here, which... yeah, it's really hard to tell if Rocky actually has a lead right now, because he's going to be waiting for a while, whereas Lewis can just hit restart, go up and isolate Hush, and maybe even get the disguise and come back. He's going to try to catch Hush in this stairway, it seems. Now, don't do it too early.
That's him. Hush the bastard.
We've been over this.
Wow.
Does get both of them, Mogwai and Hush. These bodies will be safe for the time being. And since then as well, Lewis did manage to get Mogwai and is about to get Hush. I think Lewis does that side throw to lure Hush away just so he doesn't cause a lockdown during the video call. Is my best guess. Because he could just knock him out, but maybe he's also scared of this line of sight from the researcher. Yeah, both players in a pretty similar circumstance right now. However, Rocky's going for his silenced shotgun. Lewis going for that drone shot again. Oh, and that's another rip. Or Rocky. Both players having a lot of difficulty with this spin. It's just the little things throwing them off. Lewis just going for the security disguise again. Should be good. Yeah, Jinx. Exactly, Pidgey. Lewis just tucking away the body again. Not fully tucked away, but should do the job. As Imogen won't be walking past. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about predictions for this match, but we can do them for the next one. People want to. Rocky does have a restart, but shouldn't take him long to get back to where he was. Still waiting for Lewis here. A bit curious as to if Lewis will try something different here for the analyst after getting Imogen. Let's see, a bit of waiting. Rocky's just going to stick to his guns on this beginning that he has down. Going for the drone shot as well. Oh my god, that merge with the stream latency was crazy. Smooth as hell. Now, Lewis, don't knock out this card too early. Again, seems like he knows. Yeah, very nice from Lewis. Looking pretty good. Bit of delay for Rocky. Surprising from Rocky, he actually used sedative syringe on Mogwai. I haven't seen that done before, but I suppose if you have the loadout slot, there's nothing wrong with it. It's also the next snap kill done for Rocky. And gets a nice block guard disguise for the way out. Lewis also gets that Hush kill as well, so both players running down now to get this Imogen kill. Seems like Rocky's a bit worried about that Hush body being out, so he's going to just tuck it away. I'm still very curious as to where Lewis is planning to get this shotgun from. If anybody knows that there's a silent shotgun in the armory that he's planning on getting, let me know, because I honestly haven't considered getting a silent shotgun on this map before. Rocky, however, does get his stash. Probably one of the better stashes on Chong as well. Not too out of the way. And here we go. Lewis actually does have a smuggle. It was just never on the map. He wasn't on this level that much. Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen somebody use homeless smuggle in a very long time, but probably just as good. If you needed to go this way, it's good, but you're heading down to Imogen. You usually don't want to go that far away, but it's not too bad, I suppose. Now, Lewis is going to leave the shotgun here. Just needs a disguise. Imogen is waiting for Rocky right now. And yeah, good point there, Pidgey. Hopefully we don't get a crash from either players as analyst. Because of the rain, which is a common issue for a select few amount of people. So not too common, I suppose. Now what Lewis going to do? Is he going to go for a snail this time?
Feels like I'm in here all the time.
Me too. It's after Berlin. I've had 2 psychological debriefs already, and
Honestly, not too bad of a grab here. As long as Lewis tucks behind that couch and grabs it, I think he actually will get it. Yeah, I gotta say, I like that from Lewis. Meanwhile, Rocky went all the way around, which is totally understandable. And you need to be a little bit careful here.
Quite the bitch, apparently.
Rocky
Nothing wrong with her look, though.
does have the disguise.
Edgy.
I think Rocky actually will have it. Not sure why Rocky knocked out Imogen there, but maybe just to make the shot safe. Oh, look at this. It's gonna be really close. I do think Rocky has it. His stream is just super delayed. Oh my god, it's close. Oh, poor admin. Is they're adminning this. I'm guessing it's throat. But that's really close. I do think Rocky might have it. He had a lot more restarts, and I think he had a shorter in-game time. Which sometimes does mean that they had more restarts. We will have to wait for that photo finish before we move on. As you can see as well, our next map is going to be Miami. We won't say what the decider is yet. Yeah, definitely a close one here between Rocky and Lewis. Quickly check. They're saying anything? So it seems like Rocky pressed on 4 seconds before Lewis. So Rocky does have the theoretical lead going into this. So Lewis will have to gain time on Rocky for this. Definitely possible. We had a match not too recently, Ocean Micklers, an 11 seconds lead for Osh, and Micklers actually managed to gain back that time, so it's never not in the running. Yeah, amazing in-game times for both players. Rocky with just barely a sub 5. And we have Lewis with 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Definitely had a bit more of a complicated way of doing it by going up and down. It did work out regardless. And yeah, it looks like the restarts from both players are pretty similar to the amount that they had. Seems like Rocky feels like he had just a few more. We'll have to see. This is Rocky's map as well, so ideally Rocky would want to take this map. As we're going into Lewis's map next. And yeah, seems like people are leaning towards Rocky, it seems. It's really hard to tell though. I never wanna I never wanna assume, because it always surprises me. Interesting bans as well from both players. I was just checking. We had a Colorado ban from Rocky and an Ambrose ban from Lewis. Seems like Ambrose is a very popular ban right now during RR9. Definitely understandable, as it's such a new map. And I'm curious, how would chat have done this spin? I'm guessing Rocky had the right idea. I'm thinking that Riverside start would be best, like we saw Rocky doing, and maybe just going straight up to Hush. Bring Imogen up as soon as possible. Oh, and Rocky here himself. The one I got at the end is the one I planned for the start, but I kept changing the idea. Yeah, totally understandable. Definitely a good idea. I think getting the security Hush first cycle is the key to a fast spin on this, and it did pay off for you doing that. Because if you hadn't have made that distinction, Lewis definitely would have finished without a photo finish being possible for you. Give Rocky a quick refresh. And for anybody wondering as well, there is also a match coexisting right now at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Seems like Agent Mando is casting Soviet versus FE, and they're playing Sapiens and Whitland Creek. And that's over on twitch.tv/Agent Mando. If you want to check out that as well, I think Mando provided a multi-Twitch link. No worries, Rocky. But yeah, definitely check out that other match as well. No harm in having two open at the same time. Two very good players as well, Soviet and FE. Yeah, let's see. No harm in having two open at the same time. Do I look like I'm made of premium internet? That's fair. Blunts and beats. I did kind of assume the bandwidth was there, so. We'll have to see. We are moving on to Miami after this, which is going to be interesting. Like I said, loses pick, so ideally, Rocky really needs this. I will start a prediction actually for the next map for people who are waiting. Start prediction. Somebody who's setting up. Okay. Thanks, Papier. That's happened to me 3 times in a row now. I went to do a prediction and someone bet me to it. The admin team is too good. Yeah, 5 minutes as well, so. Prediction on who wins photo finish. Not a bad idea, actually. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I totally understand. This photo finish is going to take a little bit of time because Rocky and Lewis, I'd say they had about 11 restarts altogether. I know Rocky and Lewis, they probably had about 4 or 5 at least each. So it is really important because this first map is vital in the match. Of course, we are in no rush. I'd rather it done right than quickly. Yeah, like I said, throw down a prediction on Miami for Rocky and Lewis. Anybody who wants to. Sadly, the loser has to forfeit. Yeah, I'm really curious what the best like daily spin time someone could get out of this. Yeah, it's very stressful, Rocky. Especially when it's a vital map and your own map. There's been so many photo finishes so far in this tourney. It's actually crazy. I think we've had at least 4 or 5 from what I can recall. I've definitely watched at least 4 photo finishes happen. Yeah, exactly. Do some push-ups, keep the adrenaline up. You're heading into Miami, so... Yeah, I remember I was telling you, Papi, you're meant to do push-ups between the matches, not before the match. Otherwise, you're just making yourself tired before the match. Which does nothing. And it's only if you're really nervous. I suppose you can do them before if you have really bad nerves. Yeah, the adrenaline does help. I do deal with pretty bad nerves myself. I know a lot of people do. Yeah, good spot there, Papier. Should get this decision pretty soon, and yeah. Totally understandable. Having nerves just means that you're nervous and you care about what you're participating in. It's only human after all. Now let's see what we got. Nearly there, Rocky. Alright. Oh wow. Rocky's loading times were 96 seconds across 5 loads. Oh my god. That's... Yeah, that's crazy. Lewis's loading times were 31 seconds across 4 loads. So Rocky extends his 4 seconds lead to 69 seconds. Do we give him double points for that? But yeah, no, Rocky does win Chongqing. And we're going to be moving to Miami in about 5 minutes. Yeah, those are crazy. I don't think I've ever seen almost 3 digits of loads. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it is the number. What a lead. Everything led up to that moment. Every micro action was just the universe balancing itself so we'd have that lead. There was a ton of rips, and both players were very equally matched there. And if you want to look at it even more perfectly, 96 seconds for Rocky's loading time is pretty similar to the lead he has. Just got to reverse the numbers as well, so it's almost a double. But yeah, we will move to Miami pretty soon now. We'll have to see what the predictions work out for Miami. Seems very one-sided at the moment, but... you can start another one if you want, Papier. I do think we're starting at 34, so maybe just set it for 2 minutes, the prediction, if that's what you're worried about. Yeah, it should give any prediction channel points that people use straight back to them if you cancel it. And yeah, that prediction is up again for anybody who wants to put some bites on the line. Yeah, I'll quickly check. I'm just a bit curious of Lewis's stats on Miami, so I'm just going to give him a quick check. Looks like he's played it 9 times and won 4.5 of those, so I can't tell if that's 4 wins and a draw or 3 wins, 3 draws. Yeah, 50% win ratio for Lewis on Miami. And it is his most picked map as well. And with that as well, I'll quickly check Rocky. I don't know if that was... Looks like Miami was also 50% win rate for Rocky, but he has only played it the once, and that was a draw. Should be getting the next spin pretty soon. Both players are ready on Miami. Alright, just for one moment.
Your turn to take a look.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody needing a break after that full finish.
Hey! Use a trash can.
Or refresh. Oh, apologies, yeah. I was curious how the timer kept going. But thanks for pointing that out, Fro. I didn't even realize that that could have been the issue. Yeah, Sierra Knox, Silent Sniper Rifle, Moses Lee, Robert Knox, Kitchen Knife, Pale Rider. So this is a nice spin. Of course, Sniper Rifle is allowed for Sierra Knox. And we see it time and time again, but a lot of players don't choose to go for it.
This person's had a terrible accident. Someone get help!
I hope Rocky knows the spin. Good point, Matty. It does look like he's going for this.
Can anyone please help
I know he's
me?
doing something a bit. Yeah, I'm a bit worried Rocky doesn't know about this somehow. Did Rocky just realize? Yeah, we'll bear with Rocky just for a moment. I'm not sure if he has a spin or not. Meanwhile though, Lewis is trying to get Sierra.
John, it's Grace.
Okay, thank you for the update. Yeah, maybe in for fun there was a... Yeah, okay, it just seems like Hitmaps had a bit of a blunder. A little bit of a hit, but at least it's fixed. Bit of a lead for Lewis now, however. We'll have to see if he does get through this spin on the first attempt. Looks like Lewis is going to get Sierra as well. Doesn't go for the sniper rifle kill. Finally, Rocky gets a load in as well. Yeah, Lewis does need Moses first before doing anything to Sierra. Now he seems a bit... Okay, it seems like he's just waiting for Moses to come out because he knows... Snipe? So if you sniped her car, except she won't drive if you get Moses out of the race. Ah, so I see. Yeah, so this is the kind of spin you actually can't shoot the car. I never would have thought of that. That's a very interesting circumstance. Now we're going to see a snail here. Yeah, that's a troll spin if I've ever seen. Nice snail here from Lewis. Get a restart as well from Rocky. Looking pretty good for Lewis right now. Can get that kill onto Sierra. Yeah, that's a very interesting dynamic. I generally wouldn't even have thought of that. How they're kind of codependent on each other. Lewis does have the Pale Rider. Yeah, let's see. Lewis just has to head over to Robert Knox. We're probably going to see a laptop lure. Oh, bit of internet issues for Lewis, but... Could definitely rip on the way over. It's very easy to just walk into an enforcer. Meanwhile, Rocky just slowly making his way over to Moses. There's a lot of ground to catch up on. Did have a couple of restarts, I think, so... Got a big whoosh there as well. For Rocky, he might have brought out that guard. Looks like he did, but shouldn't matter too much. Meanwhile, though, Lewis is already over to the overpass. And it's going to be pretty quick from now on. Of course, if Lewis does take this map, we will be going to a decider as well. Which we'll keep secret, of course. So that's a surprise. Anybody who doesn't know. Very nice kitchen knife as well from Lewis. Rocky's going to stop the race for Sierra.
Everyone on your stations now.
Now let's see, a bit of waiting here for Lewis or Robert, but Robert is pretty close. Rocky did get Sierra out of the race, has that weird disguise on, now just has to do the peekaboo. Checking the box's dimensions, as they say.
The race is over. Sierra will be coming off the track any time.
And there is the kill from Lewis on Robert. Should see a quick disguise change here as well from Lewis. Would make sense to do that. There we go. Doesn't have any camera troubles either. It looks like both guards are inside.
I wouldn't be here to. Okay.
Nice little bump there from Lewis. And that looks like it's going to be the finish. And we are going to be moving on toward the decider. Which I might as well disclose is going to be... I'll make sure. Whittleton Creek. Going to be our decider map. One of the most picked maps. At least in a Roulette League. Seems to be a favourite amongst a lot of players across all different skill levels. Now I will update this link again because I know it's acting really weird, just in case. Definitely no chance of a photo finish from Rocky, unfortunately. But yeah. Some decider. Yeah, big ups in for fun for all those RL stats. Learning so much about the community. Through numbers and graphs. Also, these animated avatars for players are so cool. It's there in the bottom left. Massive shout out to Mr. Mike as well, who I assume is the implementer of that idea. A nice prediction set up by Papier as well. Who wins Whittleton? As it's famously pronounced. And yeah, the artwork around the avatars is super nice as well. Really nice pictures taken. Yeah, 5 minutes away from Whittleton. Do have a tiny amount of stats on the players. Nothing from Lewis. You have 3 matches played by Rocky. 1 of them was won, and 2 of them were lost. So 33% win rate on this map for Rocky. Of course, we don't know what Lewis is like on a good day in practice. Hopefully both players have done their research and hopefully nothing too crazy will come. As I always say, some consumed poison Nolan. Would be interesting to see. Yeah, very important map right now. As the loser, this is going to be heading down to the loser bracket. Yeah, I'm curious what spins what people like to see in the chat. I know Battle Axe is always interesting to see in a way. Although it's just ringing a doorbell. Just fetch and throw. Oh, this is a lower bracket match. Oh wow. Didn't realize Rocky and Lewis had played their first matches so quickly. So yeah, even more so a very important match for both players, as this could be their last appearance. Oh yeah, of course, didn't 420 play against Lewis very recently? You want Janus Explosion Accident, Suit, and Nolan Electrocution Batty. It's a very specific spin from the chat, but you never know. If it was a Saturday night, maybe we'd get spins like that. Happy for say, but the RNG god. Yeah, definitely one of the fastest spins. I think you're right with that. If it was a suit explosion accident for Janus and electrocution battery for Nolan.
47.
That record as well, always crazy. 5 minutes,
We're
24
running this
seconds from
mission with
Chris.
very little upfront
Of course, that's
intel.
RTA and not IGT, so
Provide clues to help you obtain the information we need. Good
it
luck.
was also set not too recently, back in RWC 2021. It was going for an interesting strategy there on Nolan in the practice, but when we are waiting, I'll quickly check for Rocky. Rocky played his Wilton Creek matches. They'd won against Tehran. He won that one against Tehran back in R7. Played his other one against Linux Penguin, which he lost in R8. Then his other one was against Dam Jichu. Dam? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Back in RWC 2021, which he also lost. So hopefully he can get his Wilton Creek up to 50% if he wins this one. Alrighty, and here we go. We have Janus injected poison as Sheriff Masterson, Nolan Cassidy assault rifle as the garbage man. So we have one live kill for Janus and assault rifle kill for Nolan. Definitely a few approaches to this. Garbage man does look like a tempting starting position on this map. Both disguises are kind of on one side of the map, so players may be contemplating the idea of getting Masterson, bring it over to the house maybe, buffer it there, and getting Janus likely with that gramophone lore. Sub 2 spin, so free. That's it. A great thought, Matty. Goes to show how fast this time really does go. It's already been a minute and a half since we got the spin. Looks like Lewis is going to get the sheriff. Now, the issue with that I have is Garbage Man is left out in the open now. He could, of course, choose to just get another one when he comes out. It definitely makes you think if he would just be better off starting Gardner if he's just gonna trank that guy and not get his Garbage Man from there later on. Have to see though. Rocky's already booted up. Nice little silenced pistol grab there from Rocky.
Map with several points of interest. We're running this mission with very little upfront intel, but these locations could provide clues to help you.
Lewis triggers that gramophone as well. So this should be a pretty fast kill from Lewis. Has to wait for Gunter. That sheriff did get spotted as well. That is a kill down for Lewis. Thankfully didn't change disguise too quickly. Meanwhile, Rocky also gets the Masterson disguise. Now, is Lewis going to head down to the basement, get that clue? Maybe deal with cameras as well? Seems like he is going to. Oh, gets a very bad timing as well. Now, is Lewis just going to play it patient? Doesn't have a pistol like Rocky does, so has to wait. Good timing as well for Rocky here. Janus just coming out of his bedroom. Should hear it any moment now.
First annual gathering of the Arts
There it is.
Society.
Lewis did play the patience game and let that guard pass. Now he can get the clue, which he already did, and he's going to deal with the cameras as well.
This could be valuable information indeed.
Now Lewis does have to go back and get the garbage man.
There we go. Janus.
Oh, now this is risky from Rocky, that subdue. Hopefully no GRB from
I wonder how much
Rocky. He played it very safe.
how little he can.
Lewis as well does get his garbage man disguise from that bank location he did earlier.
Man like him.
Definitely looking good for Lewis right now.
We are close now. 47.
Oh, and massive bush there for Rocky. I don't know how he escaped that.
You look like you could use a break.
Lewis is ideally going to get Nolan in the garage now. He has to make sure not to trigger that phone call that he has. That can cost a lot of time. Rocky's also down in the basement. He's going to grab a couple of knockout items for safekeeping. Not too sure what Rocky's going for. There is a garbage man disguise in this secret underground area, but might not be worth the time. Yeah, I can't say I've seen this used in a very long time, but props to Rocky for even thinking of that. Meanwhile, Lewis does have Nolan ready now in this garage. Just has to wait a tiny bit of time and he can knock at this guard.
Cassidy is assigned to protect Janus.
Oh, and nearly
The first annual
had a messy knockout there for Nolan, but does get it. Also has a silenced assault rifle. So that's the kill down.
and that is Nolan Cassidy taken care of. This could be valuable information.
Now just 2 clues left. Probably gonna hop at this window. Get those legal documents from Batty's shed and pick up that cigar box. And exit by that bridge. Rocky really is now on the time crunch as well. Not sure if he is gonna be able to catch Nolan in time.
Janus is apparently engaged.
There is the documents on the shovel ready for Lewis.
Creek. James Batty.
And not much that can go wrong now. He's not even trespassing in this area.
Helicopter near the local creek.
Unless there's an enforcer at the end here.
Interrupts the nesting birds, and a species of
Definitely looks like he's home and dry.
endangered. Must be a
And yeah, Rocky did miss Nolan going into the garage as well, so
A cigar box with a few cigars and a note inside. Well, this
bit unfortunate there for Rocky with the timing. Tried to save it. But we have a restart regardless. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a dub for Lewis. Unfortunately, that's the end of Rocky's R9 journey, but still a good match regardless. Both players brought it to a decider, so can't be upset with that at all. But yeah, I do think we have a match happening pretty soon. I'll check in a minute. We will check what that does to the brackets and who Lewis will be going up against. And let's see what we got. So that was a lower bracket match. Okay, And with the delay on the Joker and Fania match, it seems as well, which was the one I would have headed over to straight after this. Okay, so it seems like I'm very blind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah. So it's console match. Is that a console match? No, it's not. I made the same mistake. PC match. I realized when I went back into it that it wasn't. I'm just testing it. Yeah, puts Lewis into Lewis's round 2. It's going to be against the loser of round 9, which looks like it's going to be either Eb or Max, which is happening pretty soon as well, if I'm not mistaken. And for the upcoming matches as well, we'll quickly just show you. Fanium and Joker, which I think just had a delay of a couple of minutes. We have Alex and Froat playing tomorrow as well at 8 o'clock CEST. Togepi and Script on Wednesday as well at 9 o'clock CEST. Ebra Maddie and Max Masters, which we were just talking about, will be going on at 9 o'clock tomorrow as well. Matty and myself, Wednesday night, effectively, but Thursday midnight CEST. Frivolous and Mr. Mike are going to be on a Thursday midnight as well, same time as my match. And then Mr. Omar and Osh is going to be on a Thursday, 8 o'clock. And with that, I'll quickly set up the raid because I know the match is starting soon. It's like Osh is live. I'm just going to make sure I have his thing correctly. He's alive, it seems, Joker. I think that should be good. There's that little icon. So yeah, head over to the match between Joker and Fanium. Should be happening, I think, in about 10 minutes. So stick around and listen to the music.